I do this little feature here for you, right? This is you know you're in abundance when. So I'll say that, and then just finish the sentence here. You know you're in abundance when you focus on creating value for others. Simple. You know you're in abundance when you feel happy when others succeed, even those who may be viewed as your competition, and you don't feel threatened by others. Sometimes that's easier said than done, right? You know you're in abundance when you feel satisfied, complete, joyful, and calm. You know you're in abundance when the purchases you make align with your core values. Guess what? You know you're in abundance when you make wise investments. You're not naive, nor are you overly skeptical. You perform thorough, patient research and make educated decisions. That patient word, that could be tough sometimes because I know greed can kick in. But greed is a form of scarcity that gets us to make irrational, quick decisions sometimes because it's really about the fear of missing out. You know you're in abundance when you ask, how can I afford it, rather than saying, I can't afford it. You know you're in abundance when, through faith and courage, you consistently overcome fear to pursue your dreams and a career that aligns with your passion and purpose. This is one of the greatest mistakes that people make. They circumvent and skip steps because they're in a rush to make money. But if it's not money that they enjoy making because they're trading time for that money, or they're just exhausting themselves for that money, and it's not anything that's fulfilling to them, then they get caught in a trap. And that trap often just kind of slips through, and then years go by, and you're like, how did I end up here? You've got to really understand, what do you want? You have an unlimited checking account. What would you do if you weren't afraid of not having your dreams come true? If you knew that what you dreamed up was possible, then what would it look like? See, these are questions that are important to ask. You know you're in abundance when you work with others to achieve things that you couldn't do alone. And finally, you know you're in abundance when you take full responsibility for your life and your work, focusing on overcoming challenges and transcending external circumstances rather than blaming or being a victim. That's a tough one, taking responsibility. It doesn't mean that bad things or tough things or circumstances don't exist. It just means we look at what we could learn from it, the responsibility we could take so we could move onward and upward. I've had personal struggles with scarcity. If you listen to my family story, you know how ingrained the scarcity mindset was in me since birth. Hell, I'm lucky to be married today because when my wife Carrie and I first got married, I was Scrooge. I pinched pennies so hard my fingers were blistered. My obsession was on finding ways we could save money, all at the expense of growing, investing, and enjoying life. I didn't know it at the time. My family's favorite thing to do is tell these stories about when I was a miser. Like my kids laugh at this. When our first Christmas, my wife and I bought her a 99-cent phone case from a clearance bin that didn't fit her phone. Even worse, we owned 14 investment properties at the time, and yet I wanted to save money by living in an apartment. I gave Carrie this ridiculously stupid budget and told her to go find us a home. She found us one within budget and took her mom to see it. Her mom was horrified, as there's a bunch of people out on the porch drinking 40s in the middle of the afternoon, little kids being neglected, like walking around like with dirty diapers in the street. It was pretty sad sight, and the whole place just smelled like weed and still cigarette smoke. All right, Carrie convinced me to up the budget, barely. Like, I came from that scarcity mindset, but the good news is